Are you sure you're eating enough to keep your muscles strong after age 60? Because if the answer is, I think so, then maybe you are wrong. With each passing year, do you feel like your steps are heavier, climbing stairs is more tiring, and sitting down and getting up is no longer as easy as before? Don't rush to blame age. The truth is, there is a familiar food that is often absent from the diet of older people, and that is silently making your muscles disappear day by day. Sounds unbelievable. But you're about to discover a truth that even many doctors admit: we have completely misjudged the role of this food. Don't leave. In just a few minutes, you will know that type of food, and why missing it is more dangerous than you think. Type number 1: if you ever feel muscle weakness, difficulty standing up, or loss of strength after a meal that seems enough. 1. Lean beef, a rich source of strength in every meal. It is no coincidence that many elderly people in the world's longest living regions still maintain red meat in their diets. With just a 4-ounce serving, about 113 g, lean beef provides up to 25 g of complete protein that your body can absorb and use immediately rebuild muscle fibers that are weakening day by day. In particular, it contains leucine, an essential amino acid that has the ability to wake up the muscle building process, even if your body has begun to decrease its response to protein due to age. But the most worth mentioning thing doesn't stop there. Beef is still their natural source of creatine, helps replenish energy for muscles, especially in the hips and thighs, the first places to weaken as we get older. Vitamin B, zinc, iron, all together support oxygen transport, maintain flexibility, and increase recovery after each exercise. But if you skip this food, what will happen? At first, you may just feel a little sluggish. But then one day, you stand up from the chair and feel a strange, faltering feeling. You walk, but your knees are shaking a bit, and you begin to quietly avoid the stairs in the house because there's an elevator. This situation did not happen overnight. It happened gradually, like a watch running out of battery. And when you realize it, you've lost more than 15% of the muscle mass you need to maintain balance, sit up, or walk steadily. The solution is simpler than you think. More 2 to 3 lean beef meals per week, section priority sirloin, tenderloin, or cow grass-fed. No need to eat a lot, just right and regular. This is the first step to help you keep your feet steady, restore muscle mass, and avoid the risk of falling in old age. And if you're wondering, what if I can't eat red meat? Don't worry, the next section will reveal a great alternative food that many people have overlooked. Don't miss it. The second food is even more powerful than beef, and many people are using it the wrong way. 2. Whey protein, silent savior for muscles that are weakening after age 60. Do you remember the feeling of your body recovering quickly after a long walk or doing housework all morning? When we are young, our bodies easily rebuild muscle from everything we eat, just a nutritious meal is enough. But after age 60, this is no longer true. The good news is, whey protein, a protein extracted from milk, is one of the simplest and most effective solutions to restore the self-recovery ability of muscles in the elderly. In the world of nutrition, whey is known as liquid gold for the aging body, not only because of its high protein content, but also because it contains leucine is at its highest level compared to any natural food. Leucine is an extremely important amino acid. It acts like a switch that turns on muscle regeneration mode in the body. After age 60, the body's ability to react to proteins gradually decreases. This condition is called anabolic resistance, or anabolic resistance. But with whey protein, especially fast-absorbing types like whey isolate or hydrolyzed whey, your body can overcome age barriers and continue to rebuild muscle like when you were younger. But what happens if you don't get enough protein, or worse, can't digest the protein you choose? Many older people think they are eating enough meat, eggs, or fish every day. But in fact, if you still feel the body is weak after every trip to the market. Legs trembled slightly when standing up from the chair. Hands become weak when carrying bags or holding stair handrails. Then that's a sign of your muscles are not being fed properly. And if the protein you eat isn't fully absorbed by your body, like in slow-digesting foods, or your body has trouble digesting meat, then no matter how much you eat, muscle mass still quietly disappears. Reality shows, after age 60, every decade you can lose 8 to 10% of your muscle mass, causing the risk of falls, broken bones, and loss of self-care to skyrocket. Have you ever used whey protein? Type number 2 if you have one, and share your thoughts below this video. 3. Fatty fish, anti-aging miracle drug or a health trap if used incorrectly. At the age of over 60, keeping the body pain-free, flexible when walking, and especially maintaining a clear memory is what everyone wants. And one of the foods that has been praised by experts for decades is fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel. They are more than just supplies high-quality protein to support muscle mass that gradually declines with age, but is also exceptionally rich omega-3 EPA and DHA, two potentially essential fats, anti-inflammatory, protect brain cells, and increases muscle sensitivity to protein, meaning help you rebuild muscle more effectively with just the same amount of protein. A 4 ounces, about 113 g, serving of salmon provides nearly 20 g complete protein, along with natural vitamin D, is essential for older people, especially those who have little exposure to the sun. But this is where things started, taking a wrong turn. Not everyone who eats fish receives the benefits as advertised. The problem lies in how you choose and prepare it. Many people buy frozen fish, or industrially farmed fish that are injected with antibiotics and raised in polluted environments. These types of fish not only does it contain less omega-3 but also accumulation of heavy metals such as mercury and oxidative free radicals, harmful to the liver, heart and nervous system, especially in the elderly with reduced resistance. Even if you are a regular fry fish at high temperature, omega-3 fats are easily mutated, creating toxic compounds that increase inflammation instead of reducing it. And you can start to see body aches and pains last a long time after light exercise. Difficulty sleeping, poor concentration. Back fatigue, shoulder pain, or mild joint swelling after meals. You think you're supplementing nutrients, but you're actually put more burden on the liver and heart per week. How to get real benefits from fatty fish without falling into a false health spiral. Prioritize selection wild-caught fish, wild-caught, avoid industrially farmed fish. Cook at low heat, steam, lightly sauté, or grill in foil. If it's difficult to cook or don't eat fish often, use it high-quality fish oil, tested to be free of heavy metals. You just need to eat 2 times/week is enough for the body to fully absorb the benefits without falling into risks. What if you don't like fish or can't digest fish oil? Don't worry, the next section will introduce a small but powerful group of foods that can protect your muscles and naturally support your bones and hormones. Type number 3 if you've eaten fatty fish but didn't feel any better, and want to know a safer choice. 4. Nuts and seeds, little warriors maintain muscles in old age. Have you ever thought that just a handful of nuts a day can make a big difference in muscle health and energy after age 60? Almonds, walnuts, and pumpkin seeds are tiny superfoods, contains a treasure trove of nutrients, helps reduce inflammation, prevent aging and balance hormones, all are important factors in the work preserve muscle strength, memory and vitality when old. They contain vegetable omega-3, although not as strong as omega-3 from fish, but still plays an important role in health. Reduce chronic inflammation, the main cause of joint pain, muscle pain and loss of muscle tissue. Vitamin E in nuts helps against oxidation, one of the reasons why muscles become weak and less elastic. Not only that, magnesium and zinc in seeds helps reduce night cramps, support muscle contraction more effectively, and even help slightly increases natural testosterone levels, a hormone that plays an essential role in maintaining muscle mass and strength in both men and women after age 60. But that benefit will disappear if you eat the wrong way. Many people have the habit of eating all kinds of foods, roasted salted seeds or seasoned seeds, thinking he was eating healthy. But in reality, excess salt can cause the body to retain water, increase blood pressure, and cause swelling in the limbs, especially in the elderly, who already have a more sensitive circulatory system. If you often feel Calf stiffness at night. Fingers are slightly swollen every morning. Or tired mind after a healthy snack. Then maybe you are taking too much into your body salt and infused oil than you think. Also, eat too many nuts. No portion control, because they contain a lot of calories, can also easily cause silent weight gain, increasing pressure on knees and hip joints, thereby making loss of balance and increased risk of falling in the elderly. So what is the right way to eat? Eat 1 to 2 oz/day, about 1 small handful. Select type: no salt, no marinade. Mix in the seeds Greek yogurt, salad, or morning oatmeal. If it is difficult to chew, you can puree it and sprinkle it on fruit, or use it natural nut butter, no sugar, no salt, to spread on wholemeal bread. And if you're wondering, which nuts should I choose that are best for my age, the next section will introduce a group of plants that are rich in protein, easy to digest, and especially good for including muscle, heart and digestion, especially for people who are often tired and have poor appetite. Type number 4: if you used to eat these nuts every day but are not sure you use them correctly. 5. Beans and legumes, the silent friend of old muscles. If you think that only meat is a good source of protein for muscles, then perhaps you are ignoring a nutritional treasure located right in your kitchen. That is it: beans like lentils, chickpeas, and black beans. Each cup of cooked beans provides approximate 15 g plant protein, a very respectable number compared to the amount of calories it brings. Not only that, beans also contain resistant starch, a special form of carbohydrate nourishes beneficial intestinal bacteria, from their reduced systemic inflammation and helps the body absorb nutrients better. When the digestive system is healthy, the absorption of protein, vitamins, and minerals to build muscle also becomes more effective. Special, potassium, magnesium and iron contained in beans is a trio of essential minerals helps muscles contract flexibly and transmit nerve signals stably, and transports oxygen evenly throughout the body, especially to important muscle areas such as the thighs, hips and lower back. But don't let the gentleness of beans fool you. Used incorrectly, beans can also make you feel heavy and lose energy. Many older people suddenly add beans to their diet, hoping to improve their health, but then give up because of unpleasant reactions such as bloating, mild diarrhea or indigestion, feeling heaviness in the abdomen after meals, making them afraid to eat beans later. And the worrying thing is, when the digestive system weakens, the body will not be able to absorb the essential minerals in beans, like iron and magnesium. That means muscles are not nourished enough, even if you eat a lot. Furthermore, if not handled properly, beans can retain some anti-nutrients, reducing the overall effectiveness of the meal. The solution here is not to give up beans, but to use beans properly. Start with small portions, only about a quarter cup, then gradually increase. Soak beans overnight before cooking to remove substances that cause flatulence. Prioritize undercooked, or use in soups, salads, or grind finely to make bean powder for porridge. If using canned beans, choose the type less salt and wash before eating. Just with 3 to 4 times per week, you will see a clear change. Body less tired. Less cramps at night. Regular digestion, and most importantly, feel stronger every time you exercise. And if you're wondering, are plant foods enough to keep my muscles healthy? The next part will introduce a traditional protein source that is both familiar and easy to incorporate into breakfast, and is considered a secret weapon against muscle loss in people over 60 years old. Type number 5: if you have ever eaten beans but haven't seen any obvious effects, maybe you haven't used them correctly. 6. Eggs, muscle recovery pills from the kitchen. You may be surprised to know, one of the best foods for human muscles after 60 years old, not in the pharmacy or health food store, but right in your refrigerator. That is it: egg. Eggs are a rich source of leucine, the amino acid that plays the role of switch for the process muscle protein synthesis. As age causes the body to react more slowly to protein, the leucine in eggs is the catalyst that helps your body keep going. Muscle building and recovery like when I was young. Special, yolk, a part that many people once avoided for fear of cholesterol, contains valuable nutrients like vitamin D, choline, and antioxidants, very necessary to keep muscles supple and bones strong. And here's what caught the attention of scientists. A study from the University of Illinois found that eating whole eggs after exercise increased muscle synthesis by up to 40% compared to eating just the egg whites, even though the amount of protein is the same. So what happens if you eliminate the yolks, or don't eat eggs regularly? Unfortunately, this is a common habit among many older people, avoiding the yolks for fear of increasing cholesterol, or completely cutting eggs out of the diet because they think, when you're old, eat simply. Result? Body vitamin D deficiency and healthy fats. Reduced muscle synthesis capacity. Difficulty recovering after small movements like going to the market, going up and down stairs or getting up from a chair. Gradually, you begin to feel foot exhausted at the end of the day. Weak hands, poorer grip. Body slow recovery after minor collision or prolonged mild fatigue. The irony is, you eat less to stay healthy, but the less you eat, the better muscles disappear even more silently, followed by self-control, balance, and confidence. The solution is not complicated, just eat 1 to 2 eggs a day. Eat whole eggs, don't throw away the yolk. Prioritize eating at breakfast, when the body needs protein to warm up for the whole day. Boiling, pan-frying with little oil, or making poached eggs with vegetables are all great options. If you are worried about cholesterol, rest assured. Modern studies have proven that eating eggs in moderation, 1 to 2 eggs/day, does not increase the risk of heart disease in healthy people. If you feel like you still lack energy in the morning, even though you've eaten enough, the next section will introduce a food rich in healthy fats, which both supports muscles and helps your body absorb nutrients better, especially after age 60. Type in number 6 if you've ever thrown away the yolk because you're afraid of cholesterol, and now you see that was a mistake. 7. Pure olive oil, golden drop for old age muscles. You may think that to maintain healthy muscles you just need to eat lots of protein, but the truth is healthy fats, especially words extra virgin olive oil, plays a role essential in protecting and restoring the body after age 60. Olive oil is more than just an ingredient in Mediterranean-style salads. It is the only oil that contains oleocanthal, a natural compound has anti-inflammatory effects equivalent to ibuprofen, but does not cause side effects to the stomach or liver. When you supplement olive oil daily, it helps reduce chronic inflammation, which is the main cause of weakened muscles, bone pain and decreased energy in the elderly. Besides, olive oil improves insulin sensitivity, that is helps the body absorb nutrients more effectively, especially protein, ingredients to nourish muscles. It doesn't stop there, there's also monounsaturated fat in olive oil promotes the production of hormones such as testosterone and natural growth hormone, help maintain muscle mass and reduce weakness, something extremely necessary for both men and women after age 60. But if you don't use enough, or use it incorrectly, the oil itself can become useless. Many older people still use regular cooking oil, refined, or mixed with cheap oil, for daily cooking. Not only does this oil lose all its valuable anti-inflammatory properties, it also free radicals can be generated when heated at high temperatures, causing inflammation in the body. And that often leads to dull pain in shoulders, hips, knees. The body feels tired for a long time even without much exercise. Increased belly fat and loss of limb muscles, making you weaker day by day without realizing it. Many people feel like they're aging quickly, after just a few years, but don't know the reason comes from small daily habits like using the wrong type of cooking oil in the wrong way. Type in number 7 if you have used olive oil but don't know how to use it properly. 8. Berries, the silent protective wall of old age muscles. Not only sweet and easy to eat, berries, such as blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries, are also anti-aging superfood recommended by nutrition experts for people over 60 years old, especially those who want to protect and restore muscle mass. Why is that? These tiny fruits contain anthocyanins, a group of powerful antioxidant compounds, helps protect muscle cell membranes from damage, fights chronic inflammation, the silent culprit that causes muscle loss, bone and joint pain and decreased mobility as you get older. Unlike protein-rich foods, berries do not directly build muscle. Instead, they prevent the process of muscle damage from happening silently, simultaneously helps recover faster after light activities such as walking, climbing stairs, or doing housework. But like many other good foods, if you use them the wrong way, you can accidentally backfire. Many older people choose berries in their form dried, sugary because it's convenient or because it's cheaper than fresh fruit. And this is when all the benefits are wiped away. Dried berries often contain very high added sugar content, cause blood sugar skyrocketed, cause inflammation again, and long-lasting reduces insulin sensitivity, an important factor for the body to absorb nutrients and nourish muscles. The consequences are: you feel unusually tired after a sweet meal. Gaining belly fat even though you still eat healthy foods. Difficulty recovering from minor impacts or simple movements. Many people were surprised because I still eat fruit every day but my limbs are getting weaker and weaker, and didn't know it. The culprit comes from the sugar hidden in the seemingly healthy fruit. How to use berries properly. Prioritize fresh berries or frozen without sugar. Mix with unsweetened Greek yogurt, do smoothie with chia seeds or oatmeal. Absolutely avoid all types dried, packaged berries with added sugar, syrup or preservatives. Just 1/2 to 1 cup per day, the berry can become natural shield, helps you fight muscle deterioration and keep your body lighter and more flexible day by day. What if you have eaten enough fruit but still feel lack of vitality or your body is constantly tired? Wait until the next part, where you will meet the rich group of plants again. Natural nitrate, potentially increase blood circulation to muscles, thereby recovering muscles faster and supporting movement in old age smoothly and safely. Type in the number 8 if you've ever accidentally used a berry the wrong way without even realizing it. 9. Green leafy vegetables, natural nutrition pump for aging muscles. You may have heard that green leafy vegetables are good for your heart, digestion, or eyesight. But few people know that vegetables like spinach, kale, or Swiss chard again important key to keeping muscles healthy and flexible after age 60. The reason is because they contain natural nitrate. This substance when entering the body will be converted into nitric oxide, a compound that helps dilates blood vessels, increases blood circulation and delivers oxygen and nutrients deep to muscle tissue. Result? Your muscles get enough fuel to recover, maintain and grow, even when you're not exercising vigorously. In addition, green leafy vegetables are also great sources of calcium, magnesium and potassium, a trio of essential minerals for muscle contraction, nerve signal transmission and blood pressure stabilization. Each serving of green leafy vegetables is a natural combo pack that helps prevent cramps, reduces muscle pain and maintains body strength in a sustainable way. But if you eat it incorrectly, you may not get any benefits. Many elderly people like to eat raw vegetables, mixed vegetables, or only eat very little vegetables because it's difficult to chew, or they're afraid of bloated stomachs. However, when vegetables are not cooked, some important minerals in vegetables such as calcium and magnesium are much more difficult to absorb. Besides, oxalates naturally in raw green leafy vegetables can hinder calcium absorption, and in people with weak digestive systems, this leads to muscle fatigue, frequent cramps, feeling of mild numbness or tremors in the arms and legs after light exercise. And worse, reduced blood circulation, makes you see cold limbs or easy loss of balance. Some people still experience the conditioned stomach discomfort after eating raw vegetables, from their removed green vegetables from the diet, leads to prolonged nitrate and mineral deficiencies, affecting overall health and quality of life. So how should you eat green leafy vegetables properly? Eat 2 cups per day, about 2 handfuls, gently boil, steam, or stir-fry quickly over low heat. Combine with pure olive oil to increase absorption of fat-soluble vitamins. You can mix in cooked vegetables, porridge, eggs, smoothies or soups to make it easier to eat. And if you have teeth problems or difficulty chewing, give it a try. Blend cooked vegetables into smooth soup, both easy to digest and retains all nutrients. Still feel muscle aches and pains even though you eat vegetables regularly? Maybe you're missing another silent factor, related to protein, calcium, probiotics and even sleep. The next section will reveal a simple, soft, easy-to-digest dish, but extremely beneficial in restoring muscles and bones in old age. Type in number 9 if you used to think vegetables were just for digestion, and now you see that muscles need green vegetables too. 10. Greek yogurt, silent protection for your muscles while you sleep. You may have heard of Greek yogurt as a digestive good food, but what few people know is, this is also a powerful assistant that helps protect and maintain muscles after age 60, especially while you are sleeping. Just with 6 ounces, about 170 g, plain Greek yogurt, you have loaded into your body 15-20 g high-quality protein. What's more special, this protein is slow absorption. IE provides continuous amino acids to the body all night long, the moment that muscles often silently decompose if lacking nutrients. It doesn't stop there. Greek yogurt also contains calcium and vitamin D, 2 important factors to keep bones strong and helps muscles contract properly. Probiotics in it help strengthen intestinal health, help the body absorbs maximum protein and minerals from other foods, an extremely necessary thing when the digestive system begins to slow down with age. However, many people accidentally turn this precious food into a burden for their health. Do you ever choose type fruit yogurt, low-fat, or instant yogurt with colorful, crunchy toppings? If so, be careful. These types often contain high in added sugars, artificial flavorings and thickeners. And sometimes, there are not many living beneficial bacteria left as you think. As a result, you can see stomach feels warm and uncomfortable after eating. Silent hyperglycemia. And worse, not absorbing enough protein to nourish muscles at night, causes my limbs felt tired the next morning, or feeling lazy and lacking energy when starting a new day. That's not to mention people who quit yogurt completely because they are afraid of sugar. It is even easier to lack calcium, weaken bones, and lose muscle mass faster than age. You will be surprised to see. Sleep deeper, wake up more rested, less neck and shoulder pain, and movement during the day is much easier. Type number 10 if you've ever eaten yogurt but don't know how to choose the right type for your age. If you've ever accidentally eaten the wrong thing, made the wrong choice, or neglected your body in seemingly harmless habits, don't blame yourself. We all get tired at times, and we used to believe that it's normal to get weak when you're old. But the truth is it's never too late to do it again. Your body still listens to you, every cell is still waiting for a positive signal from you every day. Just a small change, like changing the type of cooking oil, choosing the right breakfast, or adding the right cup of yogurt, your body will respond. Slowly. But definitely. Old age is not the end. It's a period where you can live more slowly, and choose to live more correctly. You still have time to be healthier, more flexible, and enjoy every step with initiative and fun. If you find yourself in any of these stories today, please leave a comment to share. Don't forget drop a like if this video helps you look at your health in a new way. And let's subscribe to the channel to accompany us on our journey to living healthy and happy every day. Share this video with relatives and friends, maybe you will help them avoid mistakes that are silently sabotaging their health. See you in the next video, where we learn how to take care of our bodies with love and understanding.